Full course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday 9 till 5, Sunday 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Friday morning, although at a brisk, chilly Friday morning. It's going to be in the mid-70s by the afternoon with a sunny sky. Tomorrow's going to be nasty, and then Sunday will be great again. I want to open the show by saying thank you to Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions how Palm Garden's handling the COVID-19 pandemic, give them a call, 352-854-6262. I'd like to offer thanks to Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They're a full-service flooring company that does both commercial and residential. Go see their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. The reason I thank them every morning is because without them, I wouldn't have my broadcast partner from 8 to 8:30 every morning from Life South, Galen Unall. He joins us now on the line. Galen, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? How are you today?
Woke up and stuck my foot right in my mouth immediately upon waking up. I mean,
right.
you would think somebody would, take you 15, 20 minutes to get awake. No, not me. Nope. I walked out, got out of the shower. I showered. My fiance was not up yet.
Well, that's a good start.
I get out of the shower. I wake up, get in the shower, get out of the shower. My fiance is in the, Susan is in the kitchen cooking a fantastic vegetable omelet because it's Friday, so I can't eat meat, Lent and everything going on. So she's cooked me a fantastic omelet and everything. And last night she did not sleep in the master bedroom bed with me because I flipped and flopped and it turned, and so she couldn't get a night's sleep. So she got up and went to the other room. So I, unbeknownst to me, I thought she was just up early. That's why she wasn't in the bed or something. I get up out of the bed. I go in there today. I go, "Oh, my back hurts, honey." She goes, "Well, you're not getting any sympathy from me." And I go, "What's that about?" And caught attitude real quick. Yeah, it didn't go well.
Oh, boy.
Did not go well.
Oh, boy.
Right, and as soon as I said it, the look she gave me, I went, "Okay, you've stepped in it this time, Thomas."
There's a Seinfeld episode where, George basically says it's impossible for a man to have a proper relationship with a woman by himself because he's an idiot.
100%, 100%.
So what happens is George gets relationship George, and it's a pretty fantastic episode because it's true.
Well, yeah, relationship George and independent George. I remember the episode.
Yeah, I've been married for almost 25 years, right? My wife and I have been together for almost 25 years. And she came home, and my son worked out and was really sore, so he got into our bath. And I hadn't even been into the bathroom yet, but he left the seat up when he went to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
I've been married for 25 years. By this point, if I haven't learned to put the seat down, then I wouldn't be married. And so my wife comes out, and she goes, "You are so inconsiderate." Now, when you start a conversation like that, you know you're wrong. You just don't know what you did.
Right.
And so a piece of advice, don't say anything because you don't want to admit to something she hasn't figured out that you're screwing up yet.
Well,
I said, okay. And she goes, well, you know what you did? I said, okay. Well, I just said, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
She
that's
goes,
what I
want. You're going to fix it? And I said, as soon as I figure out what it is.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to do publicly right now on the radio is apologize to Susan for being a complete idiot and not being able to get out of my own way and starting your morning off in a terrible way because I'm an idiot. I apologize.
Well, you know, I'm gonna fix this apology. You can't fix what you can't control. You're an idiot, right?
100%.
I'm an idiot. We're all idiots. What you need to do is understand that you were inconsiderate in this moment and apologize for your inconsideration, not for being an idiot. She's accepted that. So relationship Galen is helping
I
Tom
didn't know that. See,
and say,
you make a good point. It's not about
you need
me
to say,
being
I'm
an
a-
idiot. It's not about me being an idiot. It's about my inconsideration towards her feelings and what she went through last night. See, I had not seen that angle.
correct.
I had not seen that
Right.
angle.
I mean,
so I
you
apologize
did
for
not-
the inconvenience I caused because I was flip-flopping and everything, and then got angry at you because you were not sympathetic about my back issues when I should have been sympathetic to the issue that your whole sleep pattern got disrupted. So I apologize.
Correct. And she was making you an omelet.
She was, by the way, a fantastic omelet that, you know, I'm lucky it didn't have strychnine or something in it.
Well, who's to say it didn't?
Well, that's a
it
good
could have
point.
been.
Good
You know,
point.
women are smarter than us. We would eat it even
100%.
if it tasted funny.
No, 100% they're smarter than us.
Oh, it's. I was one time. Oh, it's not supposed to taste like this. No, apparently the milk was bad that my wife made with it. And I'm like, well, I just kind of kept eating it because it wasn't that bad. I had far worse.
Oh, I was in college. I had lots worse.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
So
I'm an idiot. You know.
well, I just wanted to publicly apologize because I was an idiot.
Sure.
But also, I want to talk
Not
about
a terrible idea to do that. There could be a segment, you know, a 2 to 3 minute segment.
Every
you
day.
Apologize.
Every day.
Every day.
every day.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to talk about, I wanted to get that out of the way, but I also have to talk about some life issues, husband-wife issues, because, you know, I am engaged. I'm going to get married. I was not successful at times that I've done that before, so I'd like to try to get some, you know, some work in with people who've been married for a long time to see where the pitfalls are going to come. And so I have to.
You started off right by just apologizing and just saying you're an idiot. I mean, it's a good start.
Have you ever used something of your spouse's that you probably shouldn't use, and you didn't tell them you used it? And I'll give you an example.
All
There's
right.
a survey out that said, but it asked 2,000 wives and 2,000 husbands. Okay. Out of the survey, 41% of the women and 48% of the men admitted they've used their other spouse's toothbrush accidentally and just didn't tell them about it. Just left it in the cup and said, "Well, that's fine."
Sure.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and you have to stick to a color of toothbrush for the, like, we're now locked in on what color toothbrush we have.
Right.
Like, brand doesn't matter, style doesn't matter, you know, as long as it's a soft bristle, because my dentist yelled at me.
Now this is here's another one.
As long as it's blue and hers is anything other than blue, it's fine.
Here's another one. 17% of men surveyed, 83% of women surveyed admitted they used their spouse's razor and didn't tell them.
Absolutely. And that's a real problem.
But that the women
Right
use
there.
it. The women use 83% of the time. The women use, men only 17% of the time.
Absolutely. Because we know the difference, and there's a vast difference, and there's nothing manly about shaving your face with a lady dick.
No. And it just doesn't.
It's probably the exact same thing.
One time I was dating a girl in college, and she said, you should use mine. It gets my legs real smooth and everything. And I thought, well, if it smooths her legs, she doesn't have to shave but once every 3 days. Maybe I'll try hers. It was a butcher job by the time I got done.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah, well,
It was a butcher job.
There's a lot more hair on the legs than there is on our face. I mean, it's just true. This is going to come. See, this is why I'm an idiot. I mean, there's just more skin there. You see, you can't win.
You cannot win.
I probably just called my wife fat. Didn't know it. I don't know.
But the fact that women use a men's razor, I would think that the same problem would happen for them, but I guess it doesn't.
Apparently not. Yeah, but that occurs all the time.
And finally,
Yeah.
this one is, I don't even know why this was even a question to ask, because we only have one in the entire house, so I don't understand this. 54% of men, 71% of the women admit they've used their spouse's comb or hairbrush without telling them. First off, if a woman uses the hairbrush, you're going to be able to know because there's hair in it.
Yeah.
We only have one hairbrush in the entire house. So
I have no hair. That's not a problem I have.
right. And I guess all the respondents had to have hair for this question to be plausible.
Apparently. Or maybe they're brushing their body hair with it. I could probably comb my body hair.
I just was wondering if you had experienced. And finally, this was not something this was another survey I saw, and this is one we'll get into after the break, but it concerns kids and their parents. And you being a father, I wanted to know what your take was on it. But we got to take a break first. We'll be right back after this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
This is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday 9 till 5, Sunday 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
Well, hello there. Danny Boy here. Now, I've been suffering from some bad luck lately. I've been sick and weak, and I've even been falling down, don't you know? But now I've got the luck of the Irish. I'm choosing Palm Garden for my rehab. I might not find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but I'm lucky to be getting back on my health. With a wee little help from Palm Garden will get me back home really, really fast. Visit Palm Garden, located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street, right here in Ocala, don't you know?
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Galen Unall from Life South joins us thanks to the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center and Penn Flooring. Go out to the phone lines again. Galen, I was talking before the break about surveys, and there's a survey out of parents, and this one question jumped out at me, and I just had to know, because I know that you've taken you and your wife have taken trips with your kids, farther than just to Gainesville or Jacksonville or something like that on numerous occasions, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, going to Costa Rica next week.
Okay. A survey out finds that 73% of parents reveal that car trips over 2 hours with their children are serious stressors for the parents. The biggest stressors: squabbling siblings, unpredictable bladders, complaining, and messes that the kids make in the back seat.
Well, it depends on the age, right? I mean, if you're anywhere between the age of 3 and let's say 7, no, we'll do one. Newborns sleep the whole time, so we'll do between 1 and like 7. Yeah, because if you've ever driven in a car and your child has just exploded in their diaper, it's one of the worst things on the planet.
You sound like, as you were telling that, you were reliving that in your mind.
I was, and you know, whenever I think about raising children, I think about Bill Cosby I think he said it best. Those children are born perfect; their parents ruin them.
100%.
But you know, we've taken a lot of trips, like road trips, and there's nothing worse than an exploding. We'll just say, even if there's not a diaper, because there's been times when it wasn't a diaper. So, because it just leads to so many problems, and it's not a spell you can get out of the car. At least not while you're at the rest stop. And you know, you always have when you're in the process, you either have an elderly grandmother or a grandfather who stops by and just knowingly looks at you and kind of smiles.
Right. Well,
you know, and sometimes they'll say it'll get better, or oh, I'm sorry this happened to you, but it doesn't really help.
Does it get better once they move out? I think that's probably when it gets better.
No, because then it's a completely different worry. Yeah, because I got one in college now, and it's you know, your kids are always on your brain in some form or fashion.
Which is why I chose not to have kids. 54% of all parents said that it takes them usually 12 to 24 hours on the vacation after the car ride to become where they enjoy the vacation atmosphere, and then 12 to 24 hours upon returning home after the car ride to where they can enjoy being back to normal life again because of the stressors caused on the road trip.
Yeah, the car ride is by far and away the worst part. So as you get older, I will say this: as you get older, it becomes a time where you can really talk to your child. So, you know, like when I was taking my son, who was 16 all spring and summer, all the basketball games, you know, I would get 10 to 15 really good minutes with him where he was focused and we could have a conversation. And that's precious time. You know, the rest of the 7 hours, we drove to Charlotte. I think he said 4 words to me the whole time, outside of that 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes, and I told my wife, I said, made the whole trip worth it.
Well, there you go.
Kind of looked at me. I was like,
because you have 2 boys, one in college and one 17 now.
Yeah,
17 now.
17.
You know, the one thing you always heard when growing up in Oz, you're going to have a parent come have that talk with you, and we know the talk. You know the talk I'm talking about procreation.
Yeah, that's my wife's job.
See,
I have nothing to do with
that's
that.
the thing. Nothing. Everybody said, you know, your dad. It was my mom that explained. Dad was nowhere in the picture for that conversation. Is that the norm?
I don't know. My wife is the scientist, and she wanted to have it. I'm like, okay. I don't think, you know, she came at me like, I think she was prepared for me to, like, push back. I'm like, nope, all yours.
Yeah.
Go get them. Go get him.
Yep.
And I remember I told my son, I said, your mom's going to have the talking with him. His face was like, oh, no.
It was literally, it was the most uncomfortable conversation I've ever had with my mother in my life.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I think it should. I think it should be.
And she decided to have it with me about a month before I was turning 16. So it was really uncomfortable because the way she's trying to explain it, and I'm thinking in my head, nothing that she's saying is accurate. Nothing.
Mom, times have changed. Yeah.
Bob Guccione and Larry Flint explained it to me well,
That's
a couple
right.
years ago.
Yeah,
I got it.
There you go.
I was reading I was reading the forums in Bob Guccione's magazine. I got it.
That's I'm sure that was accurate. But I used to always just tell my boys, even the players that I coach, I'm like, get the order right. Get the order right.
That's all you can.
Get married, then have kids. Get married, then have kids. If you get the order right, your life will be 1,000,000 times better.
If you get the order wrong, you end up in
It's just harder.
You end up an uphill struggle the entire time.
Correct. It's just tougher. It's just tougher.
Which is why
get the order right.
Which is why I am amazed, even though my mother, she was married at the time, but it was a different time then. I'm amazed. My mother was married and pregnant at 16. But, I mean, it was a different time. It was, I guess. But 16 just seems, I know 16-year-olds that are knuckleheads. And I'm thinking, my mom was married, and she was married with 2 children by the time she was 20.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Wow.
And it wasn't because it was unplanned or anything. That's just how it went. Rural. She lived in a rural area of New York, and it just I don't know. But she was very, very good mother for the most part, till we got to where we were old enough to be disciplined. Then she was a whack job. But other than that, except for the fan belts and the extension cord, she was a pretty good mom.
My mom had the spoon. My mom used a wooden spoon.
Didn't every parent have the wooden
King
spoon?
Arthur sword.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The wooden spoon. You know how many wooden spoons broke on me? I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my mom was never a threat. It was just, if she got upset enough to tell my dad, then.
Well, I remember
then
vividly.
There was no peace. That was my dad's golden rule. He goes, I really don't care what happens. He said, don't upset your mother.
Right.
That was like his golden rule. And by the way, I use that today. Just don't upset your mother. If you upset your mother, now I'm involved. And because my wife doesn't yell at my kids, she yells at me.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's correct. That's correct. It's a very generic saying, but it's true. But yeah, there have been many times where my wife is like, "You need to talk to him," and I'll go in there. I said, "So you upset your mother? I don't really care what you did, but your mother does, and therefore you will be punished harshly."
Right. Well, yeah. I remember my father coming in on 3 occasions that I upset my mother to the point where Dad took over.
That's not good.
No, it was not. One time was in the 3rd grade, and what I did in the 3rd grade, I deserved. I had a Miss Baggett, who was our 3rd grade teacher. She was 6 months pregnant, and I broke her finger. She tried to grab me to stop me from beating up a kid, and I just snapped her finger. So I deserved what I got from the school and my mother, but then mother coming to get me from school, she trips coming across the crosswalk, tears a hole in the knee of her brand new pantsuit my dad had bought her. Now, this is the 70s. Pantsuits were the rage then. And she rips the pantsuit and everything. So my dad gets home, and he comes in, and he shuts the door, and he doesn't say anything. He just unbuckles his belt buckle. And I just laid over on the bed. I just put my face down in the pillow and laid on the bed. And for the next 3 days, stood in the back of the 3rd grade classroom while we did work. I literally could not sit down.
Yeah, sometimes words just get in the way.
I mean, he didn't say. I heard the car come in the driveway. I heard it go in the park.
It's painful.
I heard the door shut. I'm in my room. I hear my mom talking to my dad, and she's crying and everything. And then my dad just walks in, and he opens the door, and he looks at me, and he shuts the door, and I just turn over and put my face down in the pillow and just waited for the inevitable.
There's a scene in A Christmas Story where Ralphie's little brother is hiding under the sink, and his mom goes, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Daddy's going to kill Ralphie." I was like, yeah, that's it. That's exactly. The whole house knows what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you, I'll take a spanking over a grounding any day of the week. Let's get it over with. Let's rip off the Band-Aid. I've never been a big fan of grounding.
Hey, we're up against a break. Can I keep you over 5 minutes?
Of course.
All right, we'll be right back. At this time out, you're listening to Galen Unall from Life South on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
As the investigation into Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo's COVID-19 cover-up continues, investigators found advisors to Cuomo pushed state health officials to alter a public report from July over COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes. The numbers were gravely wrong and undercounted, with an aide saying Cuomo feared retaliation from then-President Trump had the true numbers come out. Just over a month into his presidency, President Biden is staring down a mounting crisis at the Mexico border that could be just as bad as the ones faced by Barack Obama and Donald Trump, if not worse. The deadly influx of people trying to illegally get into America is mounting at the southwest border. The White House has denied there's a crisis as they continue to allow COVID-infected immigrants into the country and freely move about the population. The U.S. Senate voted on Thursday to proceed with President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus stimulus plan. The vote passed a divided Senate 51-50. VP Kamala Harris used her tie-breaking vote. USA Radio News.
The stress levels of Americans may be at an all-time high. From education to business to basic needs to politics, the 2020 pandemic-related stressors are pushing many of us to near breaking point. That's why you should consider the stress and pain-relieving products from sunny-bay.com, like our lavender neck wraps and pads infused with premium Washington lavender buds. They relieve tension and relax with a soothing scent of lavender. And lifestyle expert Jennifer Bonner recommends products from Sunny Bay.
Sunny Bay's hands-free neck wrap should be your go-to pain relief solution.
Give gifts to family and friends that relieve stress and pain. Give love and care by giving the best. Give pillows, neck wraps, and body wraps from sunny-bay.com, a Biomed DB design company. Just click sunny-bay.com. That's sunny-bay.com.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday, 9 till 5, Sunday, 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
The First Church of Christ Scientists of Ocala is hosting a free webcast on Saturday, March 20th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Philip Hockley, CS, will be the lecturer and discuss how divine love erases suffering from our lives. His talk will be entitled, A New View of God and Its Effects on Well-Being. Register now. cstalks.org/Ocala-Hockley. Again, cstalks.org/Ocala-Hockley.
Uh-oh.
Is that what I thought it was?
As long as you don't think it was me running over a sprinkler head, then no, it wasn't.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry about it. I'll just add it to the honeydew list.
If you had signed up for Mike Scott Plumbing's irrigation package in the first place, you wouldn't have to do anything.
What? Mike Scott Plumbing does irrigation too?
Yeah. I told you they have packages where they take care of everything.
Yeah, but I broke it, so they're not going to cover that.
But with their annual irrigation maintenance plans, you never have to pay for another service charge or broken sprinkler head ever again, regardless of the fault.
So that means I break it, they fix it.
That's what I said, Mr. Genius.
Okay, you win. How do I sign up?
I thought you'd never ask. Call Mike Scott Plumbing today and ask about their irrigation maintenance plans. 237-2888. That's 237-2888.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday morning. Talking with Galen Udall from Life South. Galen, you brought up restriction and grounding is. You'd much rather have the whipping than the grounding because once the pain subsides, the whipping is over, but grounding lasts for days on end. My mother was a grounding maniac because and it's my fault. It's my fault, and I'll tell you why. At 11 years old, I propped up on my arm. You know how you'll lay on the bed and you'll prop your head up on your hand with your elbow down in the thing, your hand up, holding you up. Propped up on my hand and looked at her while she was whipping me and go, you're going to get tired eventually. Because she was whipping me, but it wasn't hurting me. Now, there was other things she did to me that did hurt me throughout my life, but when she would whip you, at times, she would, whatever was close to her, she'd grab, unless it was the actual, the traditional whipping where you laid on the bed and she spanked you with a belt. Well, after about 11, she got to where she couldn't hit hard enough, so it was irritating more than it was painful. And so me being the smart jerk that I am, I leaned up and said, you're going to tire out eventually. So then she went to grounding me, but she was a devious one when it came to grounding. I had, for those that don't know, when I lived in Callahan, Florida, we had a baseball field built off to the back side of the house because we lived on like a big 4 or 5 acres, and my dad literally built a baseball field, 60 feet bases because we were kids, had bases made with remnant carpet that my uncle stuffed for bases and everything. We had a field, pal, fence put up at 230 feet away and everything. And the neighborhood would all come play there, and there was a little shed there just behind the backstop that we had built that had all the equipment, had gloves and bats and everything. So it was the neighborhood gathering spot for all the kids to come play baseball. It also was overlooked, that field was overlooked by our bathroom window. So when I was particularly bad, my mother wanted to ground me. Instead of leaving me in my room for days, because I just read books, and she figured out that wasn't that big a deal to me either, she would make me stand for 30 minutes or an hour at a time with my hands holding the towel bar, looking out that window, watching all my friends use my baseball equipment, my baseball field and everything, and I couldn't go out there. And she made me stand there in the window and watch it. Now, that's a special kind of evil. That's a special kind of evil.
That's fantastic. I used to, if I did have to put one of the kids, like ground them to their room or something, I wouldn't put them in the room. I would put them in the bathroom and make them sit on the toilet. Because their room, again, that's where everything and they wanted in life was at. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty great.
Yeah,
the towel bar's the next level. That's the next level. Let's be clear about that.
You got to hold the towel bar while you look out the window.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
One of my friends one time said, well, that doesn't seem so bad. You got to watch a baseball game. That's because you're an only child that didn't have any friends. That's what I told him. I looked right at him. I go, it's because you're an only child who had no friends.
And your parents really didn't want to punish you because they didn't have a backup plan.
Right.
So, I always told my kids, look, I got a backup. Don't forget, let's remember you're optional. But again, that's why parents screw up their kids by saying that they're optional. I got a backup plan.
It was the most excruciating 30 minutes or an hour of my life. And as a kid, as a kid,
that's terrible, man.
As a kid, 30 minutes. We've been on the phone now. You and I, we've been on the phone now. I'm looking at 35 minutes and 17 seconds. Doesn't seem like we've been on the phone that long. To a 10-year-old kid or 11-year-old kid that wants to be outside playing baseball with his buddies, 30 minutes. Well, it could be 2026 for all I know.
Plus, you got FOMO, and it's in your face FOMO. Fear of missing out. Oh, yeah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
It was the worst.
That's terrible,
It was literally probably the most effective punishment my mother ever came up for me.
Man, that's great. That's like evil genius.
That's next level. That's next level right there.
Man, I like that. I just learned a new appreciation for your mom.
Yeah, well, too late. I gave it to you too late for you to utilize it for your children, though.
Not necessarily. Yeah, no, my kids can beat me up now.
Right, exactly.
Now you just try to guilt them into things, and
you have to.
Sometimes works. Or you know what works now is I just withhold money, and that solves 99% of all the problems in my life. All right. Well, I guess you won't get any money this week.
Well, yeah. The withholding the money as I got older, withholding the money didn't become that big a deal because I at 14 I was bussing tables for a restaurant. Things were different for us though. You back in the day you could be 14, 15 working a restaurant as a busboy. Now you got to be 16 to work and everything. But it was different. But the real thing she did to me, no Toyota Tercel key.
Oh, well, there you go. It's the phone. The finances control the car, the phone, the car insurance, clothing, all of those things. Yeah. My kid's in college, and he always needs something. So I'm sorry, I can't help you this week. Yeah, you upset the mom. I can't help you for a while.
Hey, I don't need your money, Dad. I just got rich on GameStop.
Well, he did. He did. But
luckily for you, though, he's still a child for the most part, and hopefully you didn't teach him well enough, so he'll blow through most of that money before he realizes he needs to.
No, he. It's interesting. He the money went into the account, and so he transferred me my money back that I gave him to invest. I said, well, what are you going to do with the rest? He goes, I've already rolled it in. So he bought a bunch of he bought Tesla and Apple. He goes, those aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
No,
that's not a bad idea.
No.
So, he's in the Robinhood app. So I'm like, so how many? Because he ended up with like $1,200 after the GameStop thing. And I said, so how many stocks did you have to actually buy? He goes, I think I got like 0.65 of each. or was it? Yeah, it was something like that because I think Apple's like at 200 or something.
No, Apple's at 120.
Well, there you go.
I got 20.
It was like not
shares.
A full share of either
I got
one.
20 shares of Apple. Apple's at 120.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, big dog. Again, flexing with your Cadillac. But yeah.
And I'm taking
he doesn't have a full share of either one.
By the way, in the last 3 days, the stock market has not been my friend.
No, and I think that all has to do with what's Biden going to do with the COVID relief bill. So, what the stock market really wanted is people who invest in the stock market to get the money.
Right.
But they took all that out with that cap on the income. So.
Yeah, well, if I get my COVID relief check, which I'm not looking forward to getting because I haven't gotten one yet.
I'm not getting one.
But if I get one,
I already did the math.
No, I'm under the cap. I should get one. I just haven't got one yet because self-employed people, it's very hard for you to get these kind of incentives.
If you're on the borderline, then don't file your taxes until after they come out with the stimulus, because they're going to do it whichever one's the earliest, the 2019 or the 2020. So that's a tip for you.
So my issue is that's exactly
whichever
what I would
one's
do.
lower, file. Whichever one's lower.
That's exactly what I would do if I got the stimulus check. It'd go right into the stock market.
Sure.
Because as the stock market's taking a downward slant now, a lot of people are freaking out. Me, I'm like, time to invest more money.
That's correct, and that's what a lot of people were doing with the stimulus. So that's partly why the market was.
I have two good friends of mine that ended up with new Callaway golf clubs with their stimulus check.
They're better than they don't have to worry about the stock market, and I guess they couldn't afford, a better club like Ping or.
Speaking of golf, I'm going to play golf today at a place that you really enjoy. It will not
really?
It will not be at Muni today. It's the Moot. The Moot starts today, so that tournament will be taking up Muni.
Yeah.
So I will be going to the Country Club of Silver Spring Shores.
It's a great course. Again, arguably the best opening 3 holes in the area. I think the first 3 holes at the Shores is just simply a fantastic.
A downhill, uphill par 4 for number 1. A short but bunker-filled fairway for number 2. And then a risk-reward tee shot. If you can hit it 250 plus, 255 plus, if you can carry it in the air that far, you have a shot of driving that green.
And it's the best risk reward hole on maybe in Central Florida, definitely, because the decision you have to make is laying up, going to the left. That's no guarantee. There's just no guarantee. You're not going to birdie that hole necessarily because of the way that green goes. But if you go for it, eagle is a possibility.
I like to take the left corner of the water off. I go just over the left corner of the water.
I understand.
And get to the 100-yard marker. But there are people that play it back and don't even put the water in play and play it to the left. And then you're right. Then you got 160 yards in, and there's no guarantee you're getting over the water then. If you chili dip your shot, you can still be in the water.
Well, and what's fantastic about that hole is the time of the year matters. In the winter, that's a much harder shot.
100%.
And in the spring, if that wind, because that wind will start circulating on that part of the course, it's the ultimate decision. And how you played number 2 is going to dictate how you played number 3. I think it's the best opening 3 holes in golf. I don't think that course finishes well at all, but the first 3 holes are phenomenal.
If they flipped Muni, and Muni originally, the back 9 was the front 9, and the front 9 was the back 9.
That was a long time ago.
But originally that's how it was. And the issue with Muni, and it's really because Muni is I don't want to say this to sound like I'm unappreciative. I love Ocala Municipal Golf Course. The Ocala Golf Club, Jason Linhart and his staff do a great job. But those first 4 holes, you play 3 of the hardest handicap holes on the course in the first 4 holes. Your round is made or broke in the first 4 holes.
Correct. And I'm not. I think number 1 may be the most boring hole on the whole.
No, number 9.
Number 9's
number 9's terrible.
Number 9's not terrible. It's the tree.
It's like they forgot. They put 17 holes in and go, we need one more. Oh, we'll just put number 9 in. We'll just put 9.
9's not bad. I don't mind 9 because the tree is always in play.
Number 1 is just number 1's a ho hum hole. You think, and then you're standing there with a 5, going, how did this happen?
Yeah. Well, that the second shot into number 1 is arguably the toughest shot in the whole golf course, but. It's just kind of okay, all right. If you make par, though, it's a good par.
It's a great par.
Solid par.
It's a good solid par.
It's a good solid par.
If you make 5, you feel like, how did I do that? The hole's not that difficult.
There's nothing there.
And then everybody tells me how
there's nothing there.
everybody tells me how difficult number 12 is. And I'm like, as
12
long as you don't pull your shot, as long as you don't pull your drive to the left or hit it out of bounds
You're
right,
fine.
as long as you get
You're
to where
fine.
you can hit a second shot, 12 is not that big a deal.
The green, there's not much to it.
It's got that one undulation it's got that one where it goes up, it goes up in the back a foot probably.
But if you're not in the right position you could still two-putt from there, though. You could still two-putt no matter where they put that green placement, even if they tuck it behind that front bunker. 12's all about the tee shot. If you get off of the tee, any more than 185 yards, you got a chance. So
By the way, just for those that don't know the golf course as well as Galen and I do, Galen's going to be able to explain to you why what I'm about to say is unfair because he's good at painting a picture. So I got in 9 holes yesterday afternoon. And we're on number 6. And I looked to see where they put the paint spot to tell the guy today where to cut the hole for the moot, right? Now, I'm not playing in the moot.
Sure.
I'm not playing in it, but I look to see. Can I tell you where the opening day flag is on number 6?
On 6, okay.
It is 4 paces on, just behind the bunker.
That's where they always put it for the tournaments, right? I mean, even for the camp, on the Sunday on the camp, they'll tuck it back there.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's just it's in the front of the green, but it's on a downslope right behind the bunker. If you get that ball within 20 feet on an approach shot, you've made an amazing shot.
No, you screwed up and made a mistake, and you got lucky.
Because there's no business. You should never go to that flag. Yeah.
No, and I don't care how good of a golfer you are, you're going to end up off the green if you go for that flag.
100%.
And now you're in that. They have that little swell between the bunker and the green, and the ball sits there, and you can't even butt it. You have to hit the top third of the ball. That's a wow. I'm not surprised, but 4 paces on.
What surprised me? I'm not surprised with the placement. I'm surprised that it's the opening day of the tournament.
Yeah, that's fair. I do love. To me, the second half of 6 is just fantastic. The tee shot, not much there. Your second shot, again, decision time, depending on the conditions. And if it's wet and the ball's plugging, you got no chance.
And the green goes downhill front to back. So just over that bunker, above that bunker, you hit it on the green. If you hit it, it'll skip, and it's off the backside anyway.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And I love the decisions you have to make at that point in your round. But
what do you think about this?
Whoa.
What do you think about this? I told somebody I was playing golf the other day, and somebody goes, because Muni, when the new GEN system come out, what your index is, because of the slope and the all of Muni, it's a little easier course than some other courses in the area. So if you're like, I'm a 13.2 on the index, but at Muni I'm a 10. At Ocala National I'm a 14.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, but at Muni I'm a 10. And I go, somebody goes, let's get to where it's easy. And now the city's planted new trees and everything to help with the beetles. It took out a bunch of pine trees and everything, but.
Right.
Well, guys said, it's just really easy. And I go, I know a sure way to make it not easy right away. You could make that course not easy and never adjust a hole. Just make number 4 and make number 7 and number 17 par 4s.
It would dramatically change the
Make it a par 70. That golf course now is a lot harder than it was.
I got to think about that. Number 17, that would make it what?
Down instead of having the
515?
No. But what you would do is you would move all the tee where the blue tees are. That's where the orange tees go.
The tee box is up.
Right.
No, I get it. I get it. Okay.
And you do the same on 7. But it still would be. It would make that course harder immediately.
But it completely changes 17's opening drive. That's not a good idea.
It doesn't change the drive on 17 that much. You still need to put one. You still need to get a poke out there, because if you're playing from the tips, if you're playing from the tips, you're playing 535 on a par 4.
Right. No, I get it. So let's say you make it a 435 yard. Are you talking about moving the tees out?
No,
right?
Right now from the blues, it's 535 yards. So if you move,
I understand.
If you move the tips up to there, if you move the blues up to where the gray are, you go to like 505, I think. And I mean, the problem, the reason I say that, they're the 2 holes that are eagled more tn any holes out there. I played a Friday game with guys that we're all 10 handicap or lower. Most of us, except for the older guys, most of us are 10 handicap and lower. And inevitably, 4 or 5 guys have a shot at eagle every game. And number 7, you can hit I've done this.
Fair.
I've hit the ball where it was in the trees, chipped out to, advance the ball maybe 30 yards, hit my 3rd shot in front of the green, chip up to near the hole and make a 5. And you should never be able to do that on number 7.
That's fair. That's fair.
Even if you didn't change 17, if you made 7 a par 4 and made it a par 71, that would increase the difficulty.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But
I respect that.
But I am talking blasphemy, because people are saying, "What? You want to change Muni? Get him off the airwaves." I know I know. Hey, you start talking to people about wanting to change Muni, and they'll want to fight you.
Well, there's good reason for it. Sorry, there just is. I was upset when they rearranged the holes. I was like, okay, I don't know why you feel the need to fix things.
It flows so much.
It doesn't
better
want
now.
to be. I disagree, but that's okay.
Flows so
I
much
grew up on the old course, so.
I played the old course a ton. It just flows better now, in my opinion.
All right.
In my opinion, just the way it flows, it's a little better.
17's 456 yards. I just looked at the scorecard.
Oh, I thought it was 535.
I don't know why I thought it was longer.
Yeah, I thought it was 535.
Yeah, from the blues, it's 456.
Yeah, so you could make that for the tips, and it could be a par 4, no problem.
Yeah, and then you'd make 7 a par 4 too.
Right.
And I have no problem with that. I have no problem with it. If you want to do that would give you 3 par 5s on the course. And yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it still gives you 2, 4, and 13.
Correct.
And even if you wanted to leave 17 alone, 7 is a long par 4. It's not a par 5.
Yeah,
and that's proved.
7 would be a legit par 4.
Right, and it's proved
That would be a legit.
you can hit one bad shot on number 7 and still make par.
Correct.
So.
Yeah.
But we got to talking about Muni, and I think if you want to make it harder, you can do that really quick.
I could get behind that. I really could. So.
But you're not getting behind flipping it where 10's 1 and 1's 10.
No.
18 is such a good finishing hole. It really is a good finishing
It's just
hole.
it. And 9 is not.
No.
9 is just. 18. It's a decision. You better be able to control your distance.
And you better not hit it right. If you do hit it right, you better hit it deep.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. It is drivable. I've seen people land it on the green. So if you want to go for it and hit that really big power cut, and roll it up, almost to the green, that's a playable shot.
Friday.
I love it.
Last Friday in the.
You could also get killed on the putting green
right.
if somebody's trying to do
in the Sunset Rotary Scramble Tournament to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Marion County and Pheasant Elementary, who played in it last Friday. Luke Wright, who was our big driver, we put one out in the middle of the fairway on 18. He takes the driver out. Our second shot, we were probably 6 yards to the right of the bunker right at the green.
Okay.
We chipped up to about 1.5 feet and made birdie.
It's a very, very easy shot from there, too. There's nothing to that chip. It's
Nothing.
Nice and flat.
Nothing.
I have landed one on the putting green more than
I've done that
and
more
that's
than
way right.
Hey, Galen,
Yeah.
speaking of landing,
Yeah.
where's if I wanted to go get
Yeah.
blood, where's a landing spot today?
Hey, today we talked about everything, but today we are actually at the Walmart down in the shore, so come by and see us there. And, of course, find the Bloodmobile somewhere and give the gift of life. We are in critical need of everything, especially O positive. So just get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood.
And always remember, just wake up every morning and apologize for being you to your significant other.
That's correct.
Have a good weekend,
Thank you for
Galen.
not
Talk to you
leaving.
Monday.
All right, bye, all.
WOCA, The Source.
The Paddock Mall Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote Thursday to begin the debate on the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. The bill will likely face a final vote this weekend. The partisan Senate voted 50-50 before Harris broke the tie. Senator Ron Johnson, the Republican from Wisconsin, forced Senate clerks to read the entire 628-page bill on the floor. It took nearly 11 hours just to read the bloated bill. The bill will now go back to the House, which needs to approve any changes made by the Senate. The United States on Thursday announced new export restrictions for Myanmar and blocked the country's military entities from many types of trade. The new rules come in response to the escalating military crackdown on anti-coup protesters in Myanmar. Police and military officials have killed at least 54 people and arbitrarily detained over 1,700 during anti-coup protests. We are USA Radio News.
Can you really believe the news? So much spin. Americans just don't trust big media. And if you're really tired of the old news, check out Newsmax TV, the fastest growing network in America. It's on all major cable systems. Each night, watch Newsmax TV and see big shows with Sean Spicer, Greg Kelly, Lindsey Keith, Stinchfield, and Rob Schmidt. They're exposing Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi's surprising agenda. So tune into Newsmax anytime. If your cable doesn't carry it, call them and tell them you can go to another service that does. Or you can download the Newsmax app on your smartphone. It's free, and you can watch it anywhere in the world. Newsmax is also free on TVs like Samsung, LG, and Vizio. And millions of people watch Newsmax on Roku, YouTube, Pluto, Zumo, Apple TV, and more. There's a reason 30 million Americans watch Newsmax TV all the time. Check it out today. Newsmax is real news for real people.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. The National Peanut Board has pointed out that the economic disruptions of the pandemic have placed great hardships on many U.S. families. At less than 3 cents per gram of protein, peanut butter is an incredible value when compared to meat, dairy, or tree nuts. Remarkable advances by the American peanut farmers in yield and efficiency have placed them among the low-cost producers of peanuts in the world. The price of peanut butter, when adjusted for inflation, Bob Parker says, cost the consumer 25% less in 2020 than it did in 1995. A recent report on one consumer behavior by the James Smucker Company says the pandemic accelerated the growth of peanut butter by 7.1% for the 52 weeks ending November the 1st, 2020. These examples show that peanut butter is being demanded as one of the most nutritious and low-cost foods.
Are you looking for something unusual or hard to find? You might just find it on highbid.com. It's the online auction site for, well, just about everything. Highbid.com has estate sales, closeouts, liquidations, even government seized vehicle auctions. It's easy to bid on office furniture, antiques, sports memorabilia, restaurant equipment, motorboats, even arcade games. You can search for items by name or simply see where the next page takes you. Visit highbid.com. That's HIBID.com and find what you're looking for today.
Winter break is coming to an end for cattle parasites, so start your parasite fight now. With Safeguard feed formulations, keeping up that fight is easier than ever. Available in blocks, cubes, pellets, or free choice mineral, Safeguard feed formulations are the convenient, labor-saving way to deworm cattle on grass. Simply add it to your current feed and mineral program. No processing, no shoot, no added stress. Remember to consult your veterinarian for assistance in the diagnosis, treatment, and control of parasitism.
I'm Darren Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be sunny with a high of 78 to 80, then overcast tonight, low 55 to 62. Rain and thunderstorms tomorrow morning, continuing through tomorrow evening, with periods of rain and a high of 67 to 77. Then mostly sunny skies on Sunday, high on Sunday 68 to 73. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park. Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday, 9 till 5, Sunday, 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park. U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in Anne Arundel, Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. 57 degrees at 9:06 a.m., going to a high today of, according to the National Weather Service, we're going to get up to 75 degrees today, sunny skies around 3 p.m. Tomorrow, though, different story. 70% chance of rain coverage tomorrow. Going to be in the low 50s tonight, but 70% chance of rain tomorrow. Light rain early, then it remains cloudy with showers in the afternoon. High of only 62 degrees. Winds out of the northeast between 10 and 20 miles an hour. Chance of rain, 70%. Then tomorrow night, showers in the evening, then partly cloudy overnight, low near 54. Winds again northeast at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Chance of rain 60%. But the good news is Sunday, even though it'll be chilly, 40 degree for the low Sunday night, high of 67. It's going to be mostly sunny. Winds will still be at the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But it'll be a nice Sunday morning, nice Sunday, sunny Sunday. So tomorrow's probably going to be a washout, but Sunday looks like it's going to be nice for your weekend. We'll give you some things to do on your weekend coming up a little later in the show. The federal government has made COVID-19 vaccines available to all school and daycare workers of any age in Florida. Publix, CVS, Walgreens, they're all going to offer the COVID-19 vaccine to all Florida school workers and daycare workers. This is the chain they're doing this even though Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has not yet opened the vaccination program to them. CVS, Walgreens, and Publix said it is following Biden administration guidelines released this week, which are broader for educators than Florida. For teachers, Florida, of course, has limited their vaccine to classroom teachers, 50 and older, kindergarten through 12th grade. The federal guidelines allow for daycare workers, preschool teachers, educators in elementary, middle, and high schools to be vaccinated with no age limit. So all these companies are national companies, and so they say they're aligned with the updated Federal Retail Pharmacy Program guidelines to make appointments available to pre-K through 12 educators and staff and child care workers in all 17 states. This, according to CVS, says we're going to do it according to national guidelines in all 17 states where we currently offer the vaccines. CVS is a Rhode Island-based company. So if you're a teacher, it looks like CVS, Publix, Walgreens, and federally run vaccination sites will provide the vaccine to all workers, pre-K, K through 12, and daycare centers in the state. So if you're one of those people and you're in need of a vaccine, it looks like you can go to Walgreens, CVS, or Publix and get the vaccination, even though the governor of the state has not opened it up. You know, the governors and the president, they're at the governors of Republican states and the president, they're at a kind of an impasse right now because Joe Biden's trying to say this is how to handle COVID, and the governors are pushing back. There was a story in the USA Today. The headline read, Joe Biden campaigned as the mask candidate. Now he's learning about the limits of his bully pulpit. Biden said, one thing we know is that masks make a gigantic difference. I would insist that everybody out in public wear a mask. But that, that comes on the heat. Now the governors of Texas and Mississippi have moved to lift mask mandates. As we know, and frustrated President Biden referred to decisions as Neanderthal thinking. Hey, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. I'll be glad Neanderthal. So, he can't tell states. States can mandate or not mandate as they see fit because the federal government can only mandate what happens in federal buildings, not in state buildings or state. Governors are the leaders of the state. And so the governors are at odds with Joe Biden over this right now, and he's finding he's not as powerful as he thought he was. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, an amazing thing happened yesterday. The Senate read a bill before they voted on it.
Yes, it took 11 and a half hours.
Yeah, I wanted to see 7 or 8 reading clerks burned out.
Yeah, seven took 11 and a half hours to read the bill, which Democrats thought was a waste of time. But I'm surprised that politicians think it's a waste of time that they know what's in a bill before they vote on it.
All right. Good morning.
Thanks, Jim.
Have a good day.
So, yes, that's another thing that happened yesterday was the stimulus package bill got read in its entirety on the Senate floor. The Biden administration is fast learning that you can't push the governors around in the red states, and using language referring to them as Neanderthals probably isn't going to help. Just last week he told the governors in a virtual meeting that his administration is changing the attitude a little bit about how we deal with one another, and then he goes out and calls them Neanderthals. Now, Biden said, if the governors won't listen to me, I'll go to every mayor, every city council, every local official, say, mandate the mask, man. Say, this is what you have to do when you're out. Make sure you're encouraging it to be done. I don't know that Joe's contacted our mayor. I'll have to talk to our mayor and see. But he said, his press secretary, Jen Psaki, said, we're going to continue to use every method of bully pulpit at our disposal to convey that mask wearing, social distancing, and getting access to the path of the vaccine is the path to normalcy. He did sign an order requiring masks be worn on federal properties and on trains, planes, buses, and public transportation. He also asked every American to wear a mask for his first 100 days in office, 4 states have lifted their mask mandates over the last month. Montana, Iowa, North Dakota, and Mississippi's. Texas mandate will just expire on March 10th. Florida never had a mandate. Actually, the governor said if you as a local official tried to fine or punish somebody for not wearing a mask, you couldn't do that. So he's running against these Republican governors, running up against these Republican governors, and it's not going so well for him. Ron DeSantis, being one of the governor of Florida, being one of the leaders in telling President Biden, I'm in charge of my state. I'll run my state. To the point, remember that infamous phone call where it was alleged President Biden said, well, we'll withhold federal funds and maybe even withhold vaccines. They did not withhold vaccines. They still been shipping them to Florida. But that's the only recourse the federal government has, is withholding federal money to the states. You cannot come in and say it's a federal mandate, you have to wear a mask, and every state has to abide by that. Once again, that's where we go back to each individual state is its own entity, and then they agree to work together as 50 individual states under the Constitution of the United States. It's united 50 states. Each state operates on its own autonomy. So, former Vice President Biden, now President Biden's finding that this presidency thing's a little harder than he thought, I bet. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more right here on Ocala Talks. This is WOCA, The Source.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday 9 till 5, Sunday 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
If you're looking for top quality roses, your search is over. Bob Wines has more roses now than just about any time in their 70-year history. He has easy care knockouts and drift roses in colors that'll boggle your imagination. Big number 4 size, they're just $24.99. Other great deals this week, gorgeous hibiscus, many colors, just $19.99. That usual 4-pack of veggies, just $3.99. Plus yards and yards of geraniums, starting at just $3.99. Don't forget, buy a tree, any tree at Bob Wine's super low price, and get another one just like it for half price. What are you waiting for? This is the biggest week of the early spring at Bob Wine's Community Garden, Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake River Avenue. Open till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for nearly 70 years.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie thank you for another successful year and to wish you and yours a year ahead full of health, faith, and compassion. In addition to our pasture mowing, we also offer fence line spraying for weed control and rototilling for your winter gardens. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Powell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Municipal Golf Course, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard, any Wednesday at 6:30 a.m., and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check ocalabusinessleaders.com.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday 9 till 5, Sunday 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Hey, if you want something to do this weekend, remember all of our food pantries, Brothers Keepers, Interfaith, Salvation Army. You know, they always need donations. Just go out to one of the dollar stores or one of the local grocery stores. Spend $20 on buying some non-perishable items, pancake mix, syrup, peanut butter, canned goods, and go donate to one of your local food pantries to help out those who are in need. It's just a suggestion of something you could do this weekend. The last story, when I was talking about the last story about President Biden running up against governors, in this story, we hear from a turncoat. He's got a comment. The junior senator from the state of Florida, Charlie Crist, you know, the former GOP governor turned Democrat, because he said I couldn't watch the vitriol that people were using towards President Obama, an African-American man, so I had to switch parties because of that, or the fact that you were losing to Marco Rubio in a Senate race you thought you were going to win in 2010 by 20 points. Maybe that had something to do with you changing parties, but I digress. Charlie Crist said that what President Biden is doing is exactly what he needs to be doing, calling these Republican governors out for their lack of following the science, although the Republican governors tell you they are following the science. Like Galen Unal said yesterday on the show, it's kind of down now to where, you know how in a trial you get the prosecution brings in their expert witness, and then the defense brings in their expert witness, and they look at the same evidence and have two entirely different and opposite takes. Well, now, look at the science. Well, I can show you science on both sides. It says the other side's science is junk. What does that mean? That means that, science is for hire is what that means. But Charlie Crist thinks that the governor is doing, the president's doing exactly what he needs to be doing, calling out the governors. Glad to see you said something, Charlie. I didn't even know you were still alive. You're a do-nothing senator, so I thought you were just collecting a paycheck up there and not really doing anything to help the state of Florida. And you're still not, but you had to run off at the mouth and talk about how you think Biden's doing a good job with his mask mandate. How about helping the state of Florida, Charlie? How about that? Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Happy birthday to the U.S. Navy Seabees, 70 years old.
The Seabees are 70 years old today. Thanks for that bit of information, Jim.
We're the Seabees of the Navy. We can build and we can fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of runways and all were built by the Seabees in a very quick amount of time. Thanks for the call, Jim.
Have a good day.
Seabee's birthday today. So I just wanted to point out that there has been a Charlie Crist sighting, and he's still in Washington collecting a check and doing absolutely nothing, in my opinion, for the state of Florida. Just so I put that out there. For those of you that voted for Charlie Crist, well, you voted for somebody to go collect a paycheck and do nothing that benefits the state of Florida, in my opinion. Speaking of things that will benefit you this weekend, best bets, fun things to do this weekend in Ocala, Marion County. The First Friday Art Walk, that's right, it's tonight. Downtown First Friday Art Walk will be held from 6 to 9 p.m. Feature music from the Bee Gees now. They're going to be playing music of the Bee Gees from the disco era of the 1970s. And earlier this week we had from On Top of the World, the events coordinator for On Top of the World's Cultural Center, and he had said they just had this same group out there, and it was a fantastic show. So the Bee Gees now playing music of the Bee Gees from the disco era at the gazebo. Attendees are encouraged to wear disco-themed clothing. Also wear face masks, practice social distancing. You can enjoy artists that are working live. You can take advantage of special sales at retailers and restaurants. You can visit ocalafl.org/artwalk for more details. But it's the First Friday Art Walk. It'll be held from 6 to 9 p.m. tonight. The Monochromatic March, view works created by the Marion Cultural Alliance members, March 5th through the 22nd. That's at the Brick City Center for the Arts. That's on Southwest Broadway, 1 block off the square. If you want to go see the Monochromatic March, visit mcaocala.org or call 369-1500 for more details about that. The combined driving event, the Grand Oaks Combined Driving Event, a United States Equestrian Federation and Federation Equestrian International licensed combined driving event for training through advanced levels, will be held March 4th through the 7th at Grand Oaks. That's 33,000 Marion County Road in Wearsdale. You can go to thegrandoaks.com for more information on that event. That's happening. It started yesterday, goes through Sunday out at Grand Oaks. It is a combined driving event for training through advanced levels. So if you like those kind of driving events, go out and see that at the Grand Oaks out in Wearsdale. The World Equestrian Center. Tonight, we'll hear Bill Forness with his tribute to Johnny Cash. On March 6th, enjoy Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yeah, that Casey and the Sunshine Band. Free parking and admission at the World Equestrian Center. That's out on 80th. Playing from 3 to 6 p.m. each day. Time subject to change due to weather, I would think. Visit WEC.net, WEC.net, for more details. So Casey and the Sunshine Band tomorrow at WEC. Rhonda Vincent is a Grammy-nominated bluegrass performer. She'll be on stage from 2:30 and 7 p.m. tomorrow at the Orange Blossom Opry. That's also in Wearsdale. Go to gobiopry.com for more information about that. And if you're driven by the livestock pavilion in the last couple of days, you've seen a big top go up, and the big top looks like big circus tent and all. That's because it is. You can take in circus excitement through March 7th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. You're going to have featured acrobatics, contortionists, hand balancing, and more by Cirque Italia. Go to gold.cirqueitalia.com to find out more information. That's at the Southeast Livestock Pavilion this weekend. The Winter Spectacular number 9, the National Snaffle Bit Association, will host the NSBA Hunter Jumper Winter Spectacular through March 7th. $4 million in prizes. That's at the World Equestrian Center. Go to WEC.net for more information about that as well. So lots to do this weekend. I'm going to the First Friday Art Walk, I believe, to see the Bee Gees now. I really want to check that band out. But there's a lot going on in Ocala. It's great to live, like Kathy Bryant said yesterday, Commissioner Kathy Bryant said yesterday, not a better place to live than living right here in Marion County. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to get involved with the show. Coming up at 10:20 today, we're going to have on the show Carrie Melcher of Open Door. It's a leading digital platform for residential real estate, talking about how real estate has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll have that coming up in the third hour of Ocala Talks. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote Thursday to begin the debate on the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. The bill will likely face a final vote this weekend. The partisan Senate voted 50-50 before Harris broke the tie. Senator Ron Johnson, the Republican from Wisconsin, forced Senate clerks to read the entire 628-page bill on the floor. It took nearly 11 hours just to read the bloated bill. The bill will now go back to the House, which needs to approve any changes made by the Senate. The United States on Thursday announced new export restrictions for Myanmar and blocked the country's military entities from many types of trade. The new rules come in response to the escalating military crackdown on anti-coup protesters in Myanmar. Police and military officials have killed at least 54 people and arbitrarily detained over 1,700 during anti-coup protests. We are USA Radio News.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? I don't think so. Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-610-5739. 800-610-5739. 800-610-5739. That's 800-610-5739.
Companies make all their money, well, by tracking your searches, video history, and everything you click on, and then by selling your valuable data. But you don't have to give the big tech companies access to your data. That's why we choose to protect online activity by using ExpressVPN. When you use ExpressVPN, you anonymize much of your online presence by hiding your IP address. That makes your activity more difficult to trace and sell to advertisers. What's more, ExpressVPN encrypts 100% of your data to protect you from eavesdroppers on your network, and the ExpressVPN app couldn't be easier to use. Just tap one button on your phone or computer, and you're protected. Take back your online privacy with the VPN that we trust at expressvpn.com/Bubba. By visiting our link, you get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN service for free on a 1-year package. Go to expressvpn.com/Bubba, expressvpn.com/Bubba, or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase necessary. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. The Ocala RV Show, March 4th through 7th. Thursday 9 till 5, Sunday 10 till 4 at the Florida Horse Park, U.S. Highway 475 South, Ocala. Get ready for some good, clean fun.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
What you need is RoofMax. RoofMax is a revolutionary green roofing solution that can save you $10,000 or more by greatly extending the life of your existing roof. Here's how it works. Asphalt roof shingles have essential oils to keep them flexible and waterproof. Over time, this oil dries out, causing your roof to become brittle and slowly break apart. A RoofMax treatment saturates your roof with millions of microbeads, restoring flexibility and continued waterproof protection. It's like a skin moisturizer for asphalt shingles. RoofMax treatments are guaranteed for 5 years, and repeating treatments can extend your roof's life for up to 15 years for a fraction of the cost of replacement. RoofMax uses satellite measurement software to provide a hassle-free, contact-free price quote over the phone in under 5 minutes. No in-person house call required. Get your instant quote by calling 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Help prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
Who's ready for some good, clean fun? The Ocala RV Show, Thursday, March 4th through Sunday the 7th at the Florida Horse Park, Central Florida's largest RV show. Hundreds of RVs on display, all outdoors. Plus RV lifestyle booths and daily door prizes. No purchase